Breaking last night, the Federal Aviation Administration announcing that flight cuts will end in less than an hour at 6 o'clock this morning.
The cut started at 4% and later grew to 6% of air traffic at 40 major airports, including Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International. Atlanta News First, Mary-Kate Hamilton joins us there now live with how this is affecting travelers. Mary-Kate, a sigh of relief, I'm sure, for many ahead of Thanksgiving next week.
Absolutely. What a difference a week can make. And like you said, just in time for that busy Thanksgiving holiday travel season. It is business as usual here at the airport. This weekend, only 14 flights canceled. And I want you to take a look at this. As of this morning, 0 delays or cancellations here at Delta. That is a welcome relief for travelers who faced uncertainty last week. The Federal Aviation Administration cut at least 4% of all flights across the country as the federal government shutdown left air traffic controllers without pay. Staffing shortages as a result forced the FAA to cut down on its flights, citing safety concerns.
The stresses, the pressure, the fatigue is setting in. Air traffic controllers are texting, I don't even have enough money to put gas in my car to come to work.
And now that the government is back open, the Federal Aviation Administration has decided that it is safe to once again open airports to 100% capacity. Again, that lift officially taking place this morning at 6 o'clock in less than an hour. For now, reporting live at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, Mary-Kate Hamilton, Atlanta News First.